Another episode of Nightcap. I'm DJ Intense here, along with the crew. What's up, buddy?
I'm good.
Is the switch on?
Yeah, it's on.
All right, good. How you doing?
I'm mellow, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well fed, to be honest with you.
Happy.
Oh yeah, very go lucky.
All right, man. Sadie Rooney, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm a little tired, but I'm here. I'm gonna fight it through. Hopefully, I won't be snoring this podcast like this other guy has in the past.
Nah. Everybody here is chilled, man. We're stressed, really relaxed.
Right, John? You chill?
John, what's up, man?
Dude, that dog is in space.
Don't worry, you know.
Well, you know, another day, another pod, man. So, let's get right to it. Travis Scott.
Rolling, got me stargazing.
You know, he had a concert this weekend, right?
Astro World
in Houston.
Bringing the money back home, you
You know
know?
what I'm saying? We're having a good old time.
Energy Park.
So it was at the stadium.
So it's outdoors.
Outdoors. It's outdoor.
Okay.
So probably in the parking lot of Energy Stadium, probably.
No, it could be the one stadium event itself.
No. What's it the stadium? Yeah, but you're right. Stadium.
So it was in the stadium.
Might be the parking lot and they built the stage in the parking lot and all that stuff. It happens. Like big ass concert like that.
Uh-huh.
Be able to fit in the stadium. They have to do it like festival seating and all that stuff. That's seating. It's festival room, stadium room only. That's it. And they build a stage in the parking lot. Everybody comes down and we much stand around and watch the performance.
All right. So he had a concert, and if you guys never been to any Travis Scott's events, it gets kind of wild.
Yeah, let's put it in lightly.
A lot of mosh pits involved.
A lot of you know teenage fever running through the stadium.
A lot of teenage angst.
You know what I'm saying? They bombard the. It's almost Michael Jackson effect.
A lot of rebellious pushing that leads to some sweet chin music, but that's just me.
Yeah. You know, some look at this.
A couple of street pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Got you stargazing.
You know, they stargazing outside. You know what I mean? And this past weekend, he had his concert, his Astro World event, and people have passed away during the concert.
Eight.
To be exact. And
about over 20 is in the hospital right now. One kid is in critical condition right now currently.
Mm-hmm.
I think a little boy in critical condition, little black kid. I didn't get the name, but he's in critical condition right now as we speak. And over 300 had to be treated at the festival's hospital tents and stuff. It's a all around the whole situation. It's really messed up. And my heart and condolences go out to the 8 people that lost their lives. I would say their names, but it's like, honestly, you've been watching the news. You don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Their faces are plastered all over everywhere. So it's like, I don't want to bring that up again because it's sad because these kids were young. Youngest was 14 years old. Oldest was like 27, and their lives barely started. And they're gone because they went to a concert. And it's easy to blame Travis Scott because unfortunately the blame is going to him because there are multiple lawsuits right now being filed right now. It's over 12. Over 18, correction.
18 lawsuits.
And 15 have him as defendant. Travis Scott. Not Live Nation, not Drake, just him by himself.
And I feel like they're doing him a disservice.
Honestly, you could say that, but at the same time, dude left a long paper trail and a long history of doing these type of this as concert. It's like, it's like the lawyers have enough ammunition to pretty much drag dude.
I don't feel like that. Cause like I feel like when you go to concerts, right? And you go to events, you're not at your own peril.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna blame, let's say there's a brawl behind me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna blame the artist because the brawl happened. Yeah. No, there should be security there. There should be staff present everywhere to make sure that anything goes around funny. You know, we it's handled.
Yeah, but you know what it is, and you're right because it's the fault is not mainly on one person. Unfortunately, the law says otherwise. But reality is the fault's not on one person.
No,
it's a failure on security behalf.
Yes.
It's a failure on the staffing,
on the venue.
the venue, Live Nation,
Yeah,
Ticketmaster,
so I'm not.
Houston PD.
I'm not going after Travis Scott. If it was me, I'm not. Travis Scott had nothing to do with that.
Unfortunately, the lawyers are.
They're trying to because it's a cash grab.
Yeah, of course. That's what it is.
My thing is from everything you're saying, logically speaking, makes sense. Problem is, I'm taking into account the nuances I'm taking into account everything. The type of artist Travis is, the type of genre he's coming from, the past discretions, and stuff like that. So not to say he's like the main issue or something like that, or one of these acts that's just like out here wild and like, a liability as an artist in terms of showing up and all this other extra stuff. But the thing is, he is a hip hop act. His shows are full of mosh pits. And the type of music he does is very energy driven and stuff like that. He is also part of the youth, young, rebellious, high energy and stuff like that. So even though there are so many different things that are out of his control, he is the easy target, especially considering the fact that, like, for all we know, like, a lot of them dudes is probably not big hip hop heads and don't want to deal with the energy, but because their kids love it and stuff like that, and and now some people have unfortunately died. Young kids have died at his shows and stuff like that. There's plenty of ammo to go by, but in my opinion, I believe the majority of the ammo or the narrative that they'll spin is not going to be due to this particular situation. Is going to be the history of attending a Travis Scott show.
Yeah,
there's not, they could frame about like, these are the things what happens when you attend a Travis Scott show, and just pretty much make him like, public enemy number one.
But to me, I don't see it as him being the public enemy. I see as your kid, whoever was there wasn't responsible.
He is not in sense of like insinuating or putting a situation that like he was inciting or anything. He is by the type of shows that he has and what transpires.
Okay, but
in the show. So it's not necessarily him as a person or him as an artist. It's
the show.
It's the show. It's the things that happen at his show.
We've gone to shows in the past, and I've seen like old school. I remember when Little John and them went to a homecoming, one of my schools I went to, and it was a cage, splitting the crowd into two. And dudes were climbing the cage. I'm not going after Lil Jon. No, you gotta be responsible. You have to learn to control yourself.
No, you're absolutely right. But the thing is, they're not gonna see it that way. They're just gonna be like seeing young kids being kids, while Travis is gonna take the brunt of the situation. You can't. I don't see how this is. I don't see how this is gonna work in his favor, especially when like you got situations that are sort of like reinforcing the situation on Travis, i.e. the Fortnite situation. You're basically siding with the public, to be honest with you, when you do the little things that they've done. This is probably one situation we're going to hear. What to me is going to be interesting is what the other corporations that are backing him in whatever capacity. That's what's going to be interesting.
McDonald's, Nike,
all of them. What are they?
I don't see them getting down like that. I just feel that it's not on him.
It's not on him, but again, like, people will pander depending on the situation.
Yeah, and I feel like there's you're trying to blame somebody for something that happened. It's like when you go to like baseball events or football events or even like those stadium events. I'm not suing the team because the stands broke. You gotta get on the people at the place.
Absolutely. My thing is like, you got to get on the promoter. You got to get on the security and stuff like that. Because again, at the end of the day, if he's one of our biggest acts and he's like from Texas and he's bringing back the money for us to generate and stuff like that, we got to move accordingly. But like I said before, because he is the draw, he is the guy that's going to be, he's the bullseye. He's the bullseye right now.
I don't like it.
No matter how we frame it, whether we like it or not,
I know,
and stuff like that, he's the bullseye.
And it's BS because, like, try to cut you off.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Michael Jackson had concerts going up. I saw people pass out in MJ concerts.
You're absolutely right.
And had to be taken to the hospital.
Absolutely.
For shock.
Absolutely.
I didn't see them sue Michael Jackson for that.
No, they did not. Well, actually, we don't even know.
We don't even know, though.
Because MJ accumulated a lot of lawsuits. Not for... I'm sure he probably had some stuff like that as opposed to the other stuff, but I'm sure at some point there might have been, or it might have started that way, and then people were just like, "No, we're not gonna sue him. It's Michael."
I don't like it.
People got their favorites and stuff like that. But like I said before, my thing is like, if there were issues prior to this show going down and stuff like that, and they wasn't rectified or they wasn't addressed or anything like that, and it still happened with possible issues not going down, that's completely on the promoter and the people who work at the venue. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be on Travis, But at the same time, like I said, when you look at Travis, the demographic that he targets, the genre of music he makes, the culture he's from, the type of music he makes, we're gonna make an example out of this.
And that's where the people, I think, are trying to take advantage of him, because
absolutely
what you said right there of absolutely. Who he is.
Yeah,
a black male, successful man. Really has any blemishes, nothing like that at all. But they're trying to paint a picture on him like, oh, he's evil because if you go to this concert, you get hurt. No. You should tell your kids, like, yo, be responsible. Like, you and I go to concerts.
Yes.
And yes, some concerts you want to be front and center.
Yes.
He's the guy that I do not want to be front and center for.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be crazy. Like, the energy he gives off is magnetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like,
yeah, it's undeniable energy.
I'm gonna be. I rather if I'm gonna go to his concert, let me be in the back.
no, I could not agree more with you, because I remember when I first got put on to him. Shout out to my guy Jeremiah, who I work with at one of the retail stores I worked at the past, stuff like that. He put me on to Travis, and one of the things I liked about him was the energy of the music, how it made me feel. It's just raw, pure energy it's like taking it's just like just giving yourself an electric charge like immediately.
Yeah.
And it just amps you and it don't stop.
No.
And stuff like that. So like now you combine that with youthful kids and stuff like that, who are just getting high off just the music and just absolutely losing their minds and stuff like that.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, pandemonium. You want responsibility, but at the same time you realize these are kids, and all that responsible stuff is falling to deaf ears and stuff like that.
And even it's not even like kids themselves. It'd be some grown-ups there too.
Yeah.
20-year-olds, they're just losing their mind. And sad to say, like, I'm not blaming it on him. I'm blaming on, like, okay, you have an event, make sure your security is on point.
Bro, I've always had my reservations about hip hop shows, not mainly because I don't want to go to them or see certain hip hop acts, but because of the youth side of things.
Yes.
It comes down.
It doesn't matter what age you are. That song comes on.
It's just different.
You're gonna start 2 guns up.
Yo,
the locks.
That's what I'm saying.
We saw that happen in the diverse battle.
Rough Riders anthem.
Yeah.
That's just different. Could you imagine sicko mode? Are you kidding me? When that beat switches,
it's rolling.
And then you have Drake come on stage like a light and going off. First of all, the introduction is very creepy by itself.
Yep.
But that song feels like a roller coaster on its own.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
It dives into choosing a beat.
And then that beat flip.
And the first one, he's just going up a notch.
And then all of a sudden, the second one comes on, you're like, oh my God.
It just keeps going.
And it keeps going.
Out like a light.
And out like a light. And then you just...
Yeah.
So... I don't feel like he's personally responsible.
He's not personally responsible.
And I don't feel like the lawyers have any merit to go after him, per se.
But they'll find it.
They're going to try to find something to pin it on him, but no.
Listen, man, it's like I said, it's going to come down to the history of his past shows, bro.
Yeah.
That's
and did you say there was already a Facebook video or like a commercial, like if you've been heard of any other past Travis Scott? So they're gonna try to say history.
Yeah, they're trying to make a massive lawsuit. You know, really get this guy's paper.
And I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't like the media where they're trying to paint
as that too.
Kylie Jenner as the victim here. Like, dude, she was on stage for her husband. Well, sorry, boyfriend or hell he
baby
is.
Father, husband. What do you want to call it? Baby father,
significant other.
Significant other. We'll say significant other.
Significant other. She's on stage. She's away from the crowd. Nothing harm's going to come her way. But then they're painting a picture. Oh, she's the victim here of all this, but not the fact that 8 people died on this show.
Talk about it.
Which really pisses me off. Like, this is why I hate the media in this country. It's trash. No matter what side you claim, liberal or conservative, it's all trash. Because they want to paint an agenda. They want to like dehumanize the people who actually died in this show and make her out as the victim, the billionaire
the billionaire baby.
Yeah, exactly. And it's disgusting. It really is disgusting.
I find it tasteless of some people going after him and saying, "Oh, he's at fault. He's an idol worshiper. He's wait, stop.
Coming into a religious thing. Stop.
Stop it.
He's not the devil.
Stop it.
That picture's been filled already. He was our former president.
Okay.
So, all right. Sorry. Too soon.
Those are your views.
Too soon.
Listen. I'm just saying. No one. You don't put people high. People put you like that. You don't
in a pedestal.
Like a pedestal. Yeah. So for people coming after the 45th, is that the right one?
But his thing, he did the same thing. He had a paper trail saying all this crazy stuff on Instagram,
but he never got in trouble for it.
But he got banned, and that's it.
But Travis Scott has a concert doing his own thing, and we're gonna try to attach everything to make him liable. No,
I'm not trying to listen. Know what it is? And you're right. It's a double standard. Period. You know what I mean? Because it's hip hop related. Of course, they're gonna go after this guy hard body. That's just how it is. Period.
Anything involved with hip hop, we're gonna try to find. Oh, it's like yes, we found something. Let's get him.
This happened before.
Think about him. When have you heard Travis Scott getting any trouble with the law?
Well, he did get trouble a couple of times,
but nothing crazy.
Like a couple of things being paid off.
Yeah,
12 lawsuits here and there,
but nothing like Travis Scott was out there brandishing a gun and got pulled over with 20 bags of weed or from
nothing crazy because he's not. Because he ain't stupid because
he never does that.
He realized that he's a brand.
Yes,
he ain't stupid, and he's a brand. He helps feed a lot of families and a lot of stuff. He's a brand. He ain't stupid. But then again, he does some concerts like telling a guy to jump off the balcony. People get into fights here and there. People get injured. It happens in the show. Let's not like he's all innocent and stuff because it happens.
It's pure energy driven, and you should gotta be responsible. Say, hey, this might be not the time for me to do this right here.
But again, you know what it is. But again, you just look at other artists who have shows up that same magnitude and size, and they're able to calm the crowd down. Exactly. Like slow down. Let's do a wellness check. Everybody okay? Everybody's hydrated. Everybody's doing all right. Not feeling lightheaded, and that's what it is. Like I feel like there's some sort of responsibility on the artist itself to make sure this audience is okay to a degree. Not saying it's fully responsible.
I don't know about that one,
but I feel like listen, you see other people like you see Linkin Park shut down the entire concert. Listen, everybody's all right. If nobody's all right, is that person not right? Is he doing okay?
But
shut down the entire concert.
Are they in front row when they do that?
Yes.
Okay. The people who died was in the back. Did you see the picture of the venue?
Yeah.
It looked like a Woodstock concert.
And
I would know what the hell's going on in the back corner.
And I understand that, but at the same time, like you've seen Woodstock 94. Huge ass crowd. Did anything bad happen at Woodstock 94, 99? Yes.
That we don't know of.
Yeah, but you can look back right now. You don't see no deaths.
No.
You see no
why? They had security. It was organized.
Exactly.
This one, when you got people running through barricades to get to an event,
and that's on security right there because they should hold that down.
You gotta hold that down. No, you're not going through here. You're gonna go through that way.
And then security guards are being a bunch of assholes because they're throwing people left and right, bodying them. He was caught on camera, snatching a man's camera, like, oh, this is what we do right now. This is what we doing. They're little ass kids. Some are not even of legal age, and you're bodying them. That's a real move. And some of those security guards did what he did, and it's on camera. So best believe losses will come into that security firm's way.
Yeah.
My whole thing is to me, it just comes down to the venue and the promoter and everybody who set that whole thing up.
And the part that could be the most
on the same page.
Sorry to jump in, my man. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But the part that could be the most is this. This is a well-known, very established organization and Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
Yep.
You've been in the game for well over 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Talk about it.
I mean, almost 50 years. The Ticketmaster's been around for a long-ass time.
Mm-hmm.
And they merged with Live Nation 20 years ago about, right?
Roughly
20 years. So y'all been in the game for the long. You held down the most important concert in human history.
Talk about it.
The Jackson Forever Tour. You had Live Aid. You had all these concerts on your watch, and then you were able to hold it down with little to no incident at the concerts. Other than a few people fainting at Michael Jackson, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But that's what it was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, how do you fail so badly? How you didn't screen the security guys to know that they'll be able to handle 50,000 people, and then some on top of that, because we don't know if that's a definitive number, 50,000 people, because people stormed the concert,
bro,
to get it for free. There's probably well over 60,000 people in that concert.
Bro, I watched Travis Scott in France. What store was he at? Was it in France or was it in Cali when he went to the store and came out and they just bone rushed to get into the store.
Yeah.
That should be inclination. Like, all right, it's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
We need to amp up the security work.
Exactly. Like, and the funny part is, God forbid, because they had armed security. God forbid one of those armed security guards pull out
oh my gosh! Oh, I don't want to think about that part.
And this is Texas.
Yeah,
bang bang, Texas, man.
And aren't they? You can consider carry right now.
Yeah, you can carry no problem.
Oh Lord, thank God no one got shot.
Exactly.
So are these deaths? These guys are people who got trampled over, right?
What? For the most part, yes.
Okay.
I think that's someone get trampled. Someone actually passed out, asphyxiated, crushed. It's a whole mess of ways they die, and I really don't want to look into it.
It reminds you of Black Friday shoppers. Remember Black Friday?
That's what it was because you saw the video. I can't even laugh.
I'm not laughing at it, but
it's the absurdity of it all.
Oh, absurdity of Black Friday, and you just like, you want to sell this bad?
Like the TV is a piece of this shit. Is your life really worth it? And this is why, honestly, here's the thing with we concerts, right? Because another respect to my man Wall here, because he did invite me to a couple of concerts, but this is how I am with the concert, right? And this has been because I worked a couple of concerts, worked big time, small time. Mm-hmm. And I worked at TLA, I worked at freaking Giant Stadium, and here's what I realized after 20 years in the game doing security. If the venue doesn't have no individual seating, mm-hmm. or a really available and accessible bathroom that I can go to without having to worry about the crowds or like this, I'm not with that concert.
Oh, really?
Period. I know y'all went to a couple of concerts. I don't know how big the venue was, or how crazy it was, or they were able to sit down, or you get to the bathroom.
Both of them were standing concerts, but they did have like balcony sections.
Yeah.
Where you can have a seat, but you were kind of far away.
Yeah, but I'd rather do that. That's just my personal preference, because you know what it is? I'm almost 40 years old. And I'm not for that standing up anymore. I'd rather sit down. No, it's not. No, I mean, listen.
I'm not laughing at you.
It's who I am.
Because it's like, I get it.
Like you're getting to that age yourself.
No,
he's getting to that age yourself. It's
I get it. Trust me. I DJ. I'm like, yo, I gotta take a seat.
No, I say that because like, yo,
I'm standing and I'm trying to have a good time. Like, I need to sit down for a second. The energy's too high right now.
Exactly. You don't want you to fall out on your feet. No. Like, you see what happened at this concert? Like, there's no seating at all.
It's an outdoor concert. What seating you gonna have?
You can't have there's no place to put a rug on the floor so you can sit down. There's no such thing as that. Period.
If he was smart, if he does another one, which he will do another one. He has to do it at like Houston Stadium, like actual stadium, football stadium,
or in the Houston Astro Stadium.
Yeah, something over there, Astrodome. Do it somewhere like that.
Anything that's going to denounce mosh pits.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Seating. You have to have seating, period.
Because, like, listen, if you're going to have armed security, give them some super soakers. Just dead that mosh pit.
Yeah, something.
No, mosh pits are not allowed at all. Just close up the entire front row and just have another stage so people perform on that platform.
Or you have
as well as the main stage.
I know some states have like the extended seating.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
So that way you can, like when they do on Summer Jam.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on the field, yes, but it's seated.
No, the majority of his shows, I agree, should be seated even if they're outdoors.
Yeah.
Because anything like this past show or Woodstock is not ideal for someone like Travis.
No. Listen,
it's only going to hurt his case.
There's a reason why we didn't have another Woodstock after '99.
What happened in '99 Woodstock?
They burned down.
Oh, really?
There was a lot that happened.
A lot that happened because people were price gouging. Security was being real out of pocket. People got pissed off. And there's a whole documentary on HBO right now you can watch.
I will watch it tonight.
About Woodstock '99. And that was like one of the best performances I've seen from DMX.
DMX performing at what, 99, right?
Yep, 99. Best performance I've seen him ever did.
It did look like a whole country.
Dude, it looked like Live Aid, DMX edition.
You know what it looked like?
If you were around to see Live Aid, you understand what I mean. But it was like DMX, a sea of people. It's like you had to see it.
You know what it was.
Well,
we've seen it on his on
the memorials
or whatever. So
I think I forgot what country it was, but I'm pretty sure it was Russia. It reminded you of what freaking
Live Aid?
No. Oh, what's that damn band's name?
Rammstein?
No.
Talking about 6ix9ine?
No. Hell no.
Oh.
Damn. What's the band with the guitarist Kurt Hammett?
Metallica?
Yes. That show, there was a specific show Metallica did, I think in the early 80s. I think when they toured in Russia or somewhere.
Yeah.
That had that same when you look at what they were when you look at the crowd and who they were playing in front of them is reminiscent of what X was doing at that Woodstock 99.
Sea of people.
Absurd. I think they would have had a lot more people there at Metallica, but the feeling and the amount of people you saw, it was just unbelievable.
And this was post-Soviet Russia. The first concert, first American band that touched foot in that country, concert, and they tore that for them down.
Yeah.
Dude, you had to see it, dude. It was like,
I'm sure there's an iconic picture of it, but bro,
dude, it was insane.
Like, let me see if I can find.
Was it that concert in Russia?
It was live in Moscow in '91.
The first American group after the Soviet Union was dissolved. First American group to perform.
1.6 million people.
Wow.
In the crowd, nobody died.
Jeez.
Nobody died.
It looks like a Will Waldo poster.
Bro.
Dude.
Can you imagine it's got people there?
And nobody died. Nobody.
And with Travis Scott, that's half that.
Look up the fatalities in that. Just a double check. I promise you, nobody died in that concert, the Metallica concert. Nobody.
All right, so.
But it's like, here it is.
I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I want to try to get it to the next topic. What's next?
Honestly.
And who do you think is at fault? Like, for me, next. See?
What happened? How many people died?
This is a DMX concert. Oh. Same effect.
Dude, that's Woodstock. That's
Woodstock,
New York.
Yeah. And mind you, there's no white people there.
No, there's white people.
There's all types of people.
White, black, straight, gay.
And they were just having a good old time.
Everybody, no matter what, back when you came out, everybody after X.
They loved it.
And the energy was so amazing that Arrow was a unison singing Rough Riders anthem.
I remember they used to have, when every now and then during summertime, they would showcase like live concerts like that.
Yeah.
I remember when Biggie did a concert like that on MTV.
Yeah.
And so did DMX and other artists as well.
But this is one.
That was crazy.
That's
crazy.
One of hip hop's biggest moments right there.
Huge. So,
honestly,
what's next? And
honestly, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. You know what it is? Here's the one thing's gonna happen if people realize: insurance for the concerts.
Yeah, of course, duh.
In the words of Fat Joe, yesterday's prices won't be today's prices, and prices are gonna go up through the effing roof. In which you're gonna need multiple promoters to be able to back the pay for the insurance. Because the insurance for these concerts are millions of dollars, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going to happen when another hip hop concert of this magnitude happens?
Oh, they're gonna. First of all,
they're gonna price gouge those artists.
You already know that security. That's whoever security for that last one was.
They're done.
They're done. They're not working that town anymore.
And this was an LA firm that worked in Texas.
You see? So they're already there. Their name is already ruined.
They're done. They're done.
Travis Scott's not gonna get touched at all. It's a felt effort.
Money wise, he's gonna take a hit.
He'll take a hit because he probably won't have any more concerts of his level that he wants.
Dude, for the rest of the year, he's done concert wise.
My thing about that,
it's almost over.
Yeah. My thing about that,
but dude, that's a couple millions gone still, regardless.
If they were outsourcing the security and stuff like that, congratulations, played yourselves.
Yep.
What you got to do is lay the landscape out, right?
Yeah.
Lay the landscape out. Vet the security that's in Texas.
Make sure they're trained properly.
Along with the
Houston PD.
Houston PD or whoever has the best rating in terms of how to deal with live shows in terms of security and stuff like that. Well, my thing is
don't go cheap.
Don't go cheap.
Well, usually what I was taught by club owners, you don't want your security guards from in town. You want to outsource it because why? They don't know nobody. A and B.
Show no favoritism.
They're gonna show no favoritism. So everybody's a blank slate. Usually when you get somebody from the hometown, it's a little, flim flam.
A little shaky.
You know what I'm saying? So I like what they say they get the outsource from LA, but still, that's not a good look. Oh, are those people dying because they got trampled over like that? That's terrible,
dude. And that's
listen, I get it in terms of if you're moving and vacation and stuff like that. But indirectly it comes across like a slap in the face, like they don't know what they're doing, like trying to hire security from the thing. Because at the end of the day, if you're a big act and stuff like that, you're most likely going to be moving with some type of security from Houston.
Exactly.
That's not completely outsourcing.
Unless you have your private firm
and stuff like that.
But you know what it is? So, I feel like those guys, when not properly trained at all, they're bodying little kids. like tossing them, throwing them around, and all that stuff. Like, dude, they're little kids. You're a grown ass man my size, dude, trying to body a kid to the ground. God forbid one of those kids hit the ground, getting body slammed
and bust their head open.
And plus, you're playing these shows way in advance. You can't tell me that you can't be vetting out who can work that's already from Texas, that knows the lay of the land in certain places that need to occupy and stuff like that.
Exactly.
You probably could have hired a off-duty veteran who could have told you how to like, make this, how to tactically navigate through this security.
Exactly. And hire enough at that.
I don't think there was enough security guards.
No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't at all.
No,
or cops on duty, because I know there were only 70 cops and only about a couple of hundred of
you
security
need way
guards.
more than that.
And you have over 50,000 people. As a security, you need at least, security-wise, for every 50 person, you need one security guard. So that's the way I see it. Maybe for every 100, you need two.
You think something like that would be happening if Beyonce was performing?
Hell no.
Nope.
You kidding me?
Dude, because her money, it's her people on the line.
And then she puts her own money up for her concerts. She gets all the bread.
Exactly.
That's why she's different.
And she's taking a super L if anything happens at her concert.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Well,
honestly,
take a quick break. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, once again, guys, condolences to the families that lost their kids, because the kids were ranged from 14 to 27 years old. And honestly, I don't wish Travis Scott to take any type of loss here, but unfortunately, I gotta say like this: some responsibility has to be on him, as well as Live Nation, as well as the security firm, and as even I'll go further to say on top of that, because Houston PD kind of dropped the ball here as well.
Yeah. Well, closing remarks.
Well, my closing remarks regarding the situation is that there is to be complete dialogue between, if you're going to outsource your security and also local security, and you guys come together, form a tactical plan, get the lay of the land out, and see what areas or what blind spots need to be adjusted. Because like I said, it's not something that you plan in a couple of days. These things come way in advance and stuff like that. So there's really no excuse. Nobody really had to die in any situations. My condolences to the families for losing their loved ones and stuff like that. But at the same time, this comes down to a personnel venue thing. Travis Scott, at the end of the day, is an artist. Yes, we know what type of music he makes. It's high energy. Kids are kids, but at the end of the day, but this also speaks to us that are so desensitized to real situations. Because like, if I see another human being on the ground struggling to get up, my instinct is to help that person and stuff like that. The fact that this person was like treated like cattle and people just continue to walk over from person to person like this ain't
disgusting.
Right. It's disgusting behavior.
I told you.
And people actually tried to help were also thrown to the ground, and they fell out because of the stampede and all that stuff. And his thing, add to what he said with security, they had to be in cohesion with the Houston Police Department or any department of the area.
Any other area, yeah, exactly.
And they be on code.
Yes.
No.
I think for me, I feel like they're trying to scapegoat Travis Scott, and it's unfortunate they're trying to do him like that.
And I agree with that as well.
And I think that the security firm, the venue firm, they have to be held liable for this thing.
Live Nation, Ticketmaster.
Absolutely.
And I know the insurance kids are going to be coming through down the pike, as it should. But Travis Scott, no.
So lawsuits are going to be coming down the pike heavy.
Yeah.
We're at 18 with 15. Name has the main defendant.
And they're trying to, and I hate what you pointed out earlier was that they made a Facebook post video like, you've been heard at a Travis Scott concert or seen anything, please contact us. That's terrible.
Dude, there are people
use it as an isolated incident. Don't do that.
Dude, people ready to pounce on an opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
It's terrible, man.
You see him as a big piggy bank with all that money he made from McDonald's and Nike, and we're gonna come get that bread.
No, man. F that. Take a break and we get to the next topic.
And I agree.
DJ Intensive for On Record Podcast. Bringing you guys to another portion of the show called the Song of the Episode. Hailing from Newark, New Jersey, I have the young star Hit It 2 Times with his newest single called Where I'm From. Like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to Rue Rax as well. So Hit It 2 Times, Where I'm From. Follow him at social media at I am Hitter2X. Peace.
He said, Hitter, you gotta talk to him. Give him. Yeah, I gotta, and you shit, boy. Nigga wanna, this shit. Yeah, I gotta, and your bitch. I know we can, boy, this shit gets. Yeah, I got a big Glock, yeah, I got a big cock, and yo, shit love it. Then we can talk down, we can on the diss, now boy, this shit get ugly. Yeah, he talking crazy, he capping, he ain't never touched me. Stay to myself, that's how I like it, so it's always fuck me. I done seen a realer chicken fold up in his lifestyle. I can tell who real or fake no more, don't want this lifestyle. If he tries move, I'm the cable man, knock his lights out. You ain't never white, and if you know, so don't scream slime now. If we catch you fake, then just know you get slimed out. If you catch that body, is you gon' go do that time now. Nigga, be folding with pressure. My mama handed me the Bible and said, keep your head up. She see me giving up on faith, she said it's gon' get better. Say where I'm from, swear it's cold outside. I said it's cold outside. We got them poles outside. And if you scared, my nigga, the best that you don't go outside. Yeah, I got a big Glock, yeah, I got a big Glock, and you shit, boy, you love it. And we're gonna talk down and we're gonna diss, now boy, get shit get ugly. Yeah, he talking crazy, he capping, he ain't never touched me. Stay to myself, that's how I like it, so it's always you. I done seen a realer chicken fold up in his lifestyle. I can tell who real or fake no more, don't want this lifestyle. If he tries move, I'm the cable man, knock his lights out. You ain't never white, and if you know, so don't scream slime now. I just been dreaming about money, I guess you can call me money hungry. I love Benjamin. You can bring your friend, we can get it in. If I don't kill them all, we gon' spin again and again and again. See where I'm from, swear it's cold outside. We got them poles outside. And if you scared, my nigga, best that you don't go outside. Yeah, I got a big Glock, yeah, I got a big Glock, and yo, shit love it. Then we can talk, then we can know the diss, now boy, get shit get ugly. Yeah, he talking crazy, he capping, he ain't never touched me. Stay to myself, that's how I like it, so it's always fuck me. I done seen a real chicken fold up in his lifestyle. I can tell who real or fake no more, don't want this lifestyle. If he tries move, I'm the cable man, knock his lights out. You ain't never white, nigga, and if no, so don't scream slime now. 2 times, yeah. A&B 2 times. It's back at it.
I got that.
Here we go, man. You know, we're back here again, you know, doing part 2. What an amazing game between the Steelers and Bears, man. Very, very impressive game. Before we recorded, the Bears were down 14
getting stumped
to 3. And the Steelers were like, you know, about to take it home. And
no, last we checked, it was like, I think it was 14-3.
Yes.
Then at the end, towards the end, it became then 20-6.
Yeah. And the Steelers was doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we took a break, you know, and we popped on the TV a little bit. And I said, wait, hold on, time out. What am I looking at? And the Steelers were down by 1. And shout out to the kicker, man. The Bears kicker.
He really tried.
He really tried for that 65 yards. And I get it. Just a little more left, he would have had that one. He would have, you know, he would have matched Justice Tucker record for 66 and a half. I think Tucker hit his for. And he needed a little extra bounce his to get through. So, on the topic of football. There's a quarterback in Green Bay, Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Some dub him the bad man.
No, there's no question about it. He's a bad man.
He's a bad man, you know what I mean?
He's surgical.
He's surgical, you know what I mean? When he gets in that field.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? He is the Surgeon General, you know what I'm saying?
What's up?
He made a bad decision.
No.
Did he make a bad decision or no?
No. Wait. Hold on. Let's. A bad decision is more of an understatement. He made a decision based on interpretation.
Okay.
So it's not just like, you know, this was a bad decision that wasn't thought out. You know, this was very calculated. This is an individual who choose to interpret things he pretty much choose to redefine protocol.
Yeah.
As such.
He was choosy.
All right, you know? And the thing is, he believes, you know, because of his exceptional ability in play, allows him to dictate these type of things. He chose to forego protocol that no one else is exempt from, except him. So my whole thing about that situation is it's more than a bad decision. This is an individual. We understand he moves to the beat of his own drum, but at the same time, this is a pandemic.
Yes.
You know, there is
we are
protocol.
Still in a pandemic.
There is protocol. There are things that people need to understand, follow. We are constantly getting information, and what he was doing was very alarming, because not only was he putting his teammates, his organization at risk, but also he was putting opposing organizations, opposing opposition and all his peers and stuff like that.
We can't say that.
Yes, we can though.
No, we can't.
But we can though,
right? If you guys don't know, Aaron Rodgers recently tested positive for COVID.
Yep.
Right? Now, the NFL has a protocol. If you're vaccinated, you're on a 5-day wait list.
Okay.
If you're unvaccinated, you're on a 10-day wait list.
All right.
But when it comes to vaccinated and unvaxxed, the protocols are different.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're unvaxxed, more testing, more screening, and more restriction on you as a person.
Yes.
When you're vaxxed, they're a little more lax. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you get vaccinated, you can still catch COVID.
Of course.
And it will drastically, when you're vaccinated, it drastically decreases your chances of going to the hospital.
All right.
That's really what's good about the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rodgers on a press conference, he said, I guess opening season, and he was talking about vaccination, unvaxxed, whatever. What Rodgers told the media was that...
Mainly Pat McAfee.
No, well, not Pat McAfee. He did on a Pat McAfee show, but what he told them was he was immune. He was immunized?
Immunized, but not actually vaccinated.
Yes, he was immunized.
He said everything,
right?
Yeah.
And they said, okay, so that means you've been vaxxed. He said, no, I'm immunized. Cool. They had protocol this weekend. He found he had COVID, and he had to wait for 10 days.
Meanwhile, his team lost to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes. If Rodgers plays in that game, I guarantee you Packers win that game. That's how bad the Chiefs were. Offensively. Teams have figured them out. You bracket cover Tyree, and you bracket cover Kelsey, and what else can you do? And we're going to play this keep away kind of football game. So, we're going to stall you out offensively wise, right? I believe Aaron Rodgers deserves more heat because you're the team leader. You're not just any other guy. You're the guy. The Green Bay Packers without Aaron Rodgers are like 0-16. Or like 0-12.
Isn't he the reigning league MVP at this
Yes,
moment?
he is.
So there's a lot of responsibility besides the exceptional individual brilliance that translates to team success, right?
Yes.
There's a lot to that, but at the same time, when you look at it, to a degree, he should be getting the kind of rocks and stones that Kyrie has been getting. He should. Yes.
He should.
And stuff like that.
Question.
And he should, because the difference between Kyrie and Aaron Rodgers is one guy lied, one guy held on his truths.
Regardless of everything that was happening around them, regardless of people's decision whether they are on board with it or not, or just are more so on board with the situation in terms of how his decision affects the others around him and stuff like that. And my thing is like I said before. And the thing about Aaron Rodgers is just like, again, I don't do personally or anything like that to say whether he's this type of guy or that kind of guy. But what's clearly evident is like this dude, he walks a fine line when it comes to doing things his own way. A very fine line. And
very
like
fine.
That. So my whole thing about this situation is just like, yo, like you can't just be taking these things into your hands like this. You know? This ain't like, personal records where it's just like, medical stuff that's related to just strictly you and your doctor. These are things that people have to know.
Yes.
You're the face of an organization. You're one of the faces of a league.
Face of a league, exactly.
And stuff like that. So what you're doing is just like, yo, it's a spit in the face to the league. It's a spit in the face to your peers and stuff like that. Like, yo, this ain't cool and stuff like that. That's not to say they wouldn't want to sit down and understand you, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, bro, you're not above this, my guy.
No.
And also trying to make it political and stuff like that.
Well, it wasn't him. He wasn't making it political, but people do try to make it political, and I get it. I'm trying to get a why they want to do that. They want to pander to their crowd, whatever. But at the same time, though, we are still in the middle of pandemic.
Yep.
Okay? This COVID stuff, because of how we are, it's not going anywhere.
No, not at all.
And just because you think you may have taken immune boosters or you got the shot, you still have to mask up and be prepared.
Seriously.
You still have to take precautions because just because you got vaxxed, you can still catch this thing.
Yeah. You encounter people every day.
Exactly.
So it's not like just because you can take all the precautions in the world, but at the same time you encounter individuals every single day. From like even if you do market on your own, even if you do go to a gas station early morning, you're encountering people
all the time.
All the time.
And like, I have to commend the NHL and NBA for how they handle COVID because they put themselves in a bubble first.
Seriously. Yeah.
And then they did their season. And when they got out of it, what they say, okay, we're going to be in the stadiums, but it depends on who's there and whatever, and what protocols is at the stadium, X, Y, Z. But the protocols doesn't change for the players.
No, as it shouldn't, bro. My thing is just like, listen, man. These gentlemen got families and stuff like that. I'm still gonna say rest in peace to Big Cat's mom and stuff like that. That was hard to hear, man, and stuff like that. That's a sad reality.
He lost his mother, I think his uncle,
yeah,
and a few other family members too as well.
It's real, bro. Like even the year before. Well, even last year, but before, after, and stuff like that, with Avery Bradley not going up because he didn't want to put his son at any type of risk.
Yeah, because I think his son was autoimmune compromised too.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not taking no chances and stuff like that. It's not to say I didn't want to be there in the battle with y'all, but listen, I have a child to consider, bro.
Yeah, and I get it. There was a lot of choices to be made during this pandemic, and it just to me, I look at him like, bro, if you're not vaccinated. And you're not trying to go down that route, please take the precautions to take care of yourself and not put others in harm's way.
Absolutely.
Because the league, I told you the league what the league was.
Yeah.
They told you if you do not show up to the field, you are fined and you forfeit games.
Absolutely.
So if you lose half your team because they're unvaxxed,
yeah,
guess what? You lose games.
Yeah, you lose games and you get fined, man.
And you get fined, you lose game checks.
It is what it is.
So if you're not vaccinated, you need to be extra careful who you go around or where you go.
Exactly.
Don't be because I got immune and I'm good to be outside. You're not.
No, not at all. And my whole thing about this and stuff is just like this situation that Aaron is in right now is giving more ammunition to those owners regarding the CBA, bro.
What I tell you?
Or next year, definitely next year is gonna be trouble for baseball in general.
Oh yeah,
the CBA is up. It's gonna be a wrap. Enjoy what baseball you have now because it's like it's not existent next year.
The CBA for the MLB.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
So remember last time
when they asked them about the money situation, how much they want to get paid, whatever.
Yeah, and they went on straight for about over a month.
Now, you NFL players, man, the type of cheese y'all been barking up lately.
No, I think the NBA is the worst. You wait to the NBA new CBA.
Oh, man.
Because people don't realize if the NBA players did not go to the bubble or did not go this season, last season, the owners would have ripped up the CBA agreement.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
They would have ripped it up.
Yeah.
And said, okay, I see you at the contract table. All those little perks you can have and XYZ and thinking things is sweet. It's about to be a dub. You think what Ben Simmons is doing right now is any good for what's happened to the league?
Absolutely not.
Those owners are watching him.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Listen, man, this level of unprofessionalism,
it's terrible.
They're gonna go down a rabbit hole that they could never, like they can't even see coming, bro.
I guarantee you, next year, when it comes to this COVID protocol, teams gonna put in incentives.
For sure.
If you're unvaxxed and you lose, you miss a game, we're gonna take your game check.
Yeah, has to be that.
If you're vaxxed, we'll take a quarter. So that way players know, let's just go home, come here to play, and be professional.
Facts.
When it's the off season, I'll play. But when it's during the season, I have to be, work mode.
My thing is, my thing about that is like, listen, you're a professional. You're professional, and more often than not, these players are coming from areas where like they don't even get a shot to even make it that far, be alive, let alone play at the highest level of competition against some of the best players in the world and some of the best players that have ever played this game.
Facts.
And stuff like that. So like, my thing is, you get paid to play the game at a high level, perform at a high level, stay in shape. Yes, we all need personal lives and night lives and all that other stuff, but it's just like, for the most part, your main priority should be the game, to be honest with you.
Nothing else.
Because everything else are distractions, are temptations to take you off course to see your potential through, to be honest with you. And my thing is like, you're in a situation where you're getting guaranteed dollars, and in what form or fashion are you trying to compromise that in any capacity? Whether it's groupies, whether it's getting unvaccinated, whether it's not, whether it's like, violating NBA rules and stuff like that.
Team rules.
You are, whether you know it, whether you're the face or the league or not, you are an ambassador of that league.
Exactly.
Everything you do is documented, recorded, and everything. So however which and way you move, whether it's north, south, east, or west, you need to conduct yourself at all times and professionally, whether it's on the court, off the court, whatever it may be, because at the end of the day, it's just like, you have an opportunity to like, not only change your life, but change the life of other people that's around you and stuff like that. And, and be financially set forever. And that's just, and that's just NBA money and stuff like that. Now, if you're marketable and stuff like that, and you're drawing even more money outside of that, why would you want to compromise that in any capacity?
I don't know.
It's,
these guys, man, they just,
bro.
I feel like they feel like they're invincible, and they're not. You're not invincible. You can't take these risks to mess up the money right now for yourself.
Especially when you know how these corporations give it up, man.
Yes.
You're not
giving up filthy.
You're not innocent till proven guilty by them. You're guilty.
Look at the Neymar.
Yeah.
Look at that sexual incident.
Yeah.
Where the girl was clearly the aggressor.
Yeah.
And assaulted him.
Yeah.
MasterCard dropped him like that.
Yeah, exactly my point.
Just like that.
And my problem with that, and that's just one of many scenarios. My thing about that is whether you're an athlete or whether you are an actor, anybody in the form of entertainment that's getting endorsed, you need
any
to
type of brand,
any type of brand,
famous brand. Go ahead.
In any of your contracts, you need to put in that contract as a clause, and it has to be honored, that any possible future scandal that I might find myself of, whether, and I am innocent of. I am innocent. And when I say innocent, I'm innocent through the courts, not public opinion, not perception, but innocent.
That's hard.
But innocent. Listen, I need to be compensated.
Walt,
I need
that one, bro.
I need to be no. I'm not.
Public opinion.
I'm not. Nah. No. I'm talking about court. No.
Listen. I get what you're saying. If the courts find me innocent, I'm innocent. When it comes to the peoples and people playing for commercials and X, Y, and Z, that's a very, very fine line.
It's a very fine line, but at the same time,
when it comes to corporations and money, they don't want to lose money like that.
Exactly.
At the same time, though, if you're willing to condemn me on hearsay, we have a problem. We have a problem.
But at the same time, though, they're gonna say, "Why did you put yourself in that situation?"
Listen, my personal life is my personal life.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. So if it's my personal life, right, and I'm being accused of something that I didn't do, and it's come to light that I didn't do it and stuff like that, and I lost a situation because of hearsay, I don't recover from that. You think Johnny Depp recovered from that $50 million he lost because of hearsay?
No.
What vindicated him were his exes, a recording of what she said, bro.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
But when it comes to that money, man.
Listen, bro.
I agree with you.
Listen, you either let it play it out.
I hate to see people
and get my $50 million, or I get it a different way and you played yourself.
I hate to see people lose money. You're right. But when it comes to these people and they're calling about, like, for example, look at OnlyFans. Yeah. OnlyFans about to lose their funding. Why? Because Visa, MasterCard was about to cut them off. It was only because the people who was for it spoke up louder than the people that was against it. You get what I'm saying?
True.
So that's why I hear it. I get it.
Listen,
I get it.
Another situation. I don't like Tiger Woods and stuff like that, or anything like that and stuff, because some of the things I've heard and stuff like that. But at the same time, yes, he was cheating and being promiscuous with his wife. He ain't kill nobody. He ain't rape nobody. Why did he lose endorsements for? Why? That all that BS goes down all the time. I'm sure the people who took them endorsements are the very same people doing the same issue. It's just that this has come to light.
Facts.
So it's just like, listen, man, let's stop being hypocrites out here.
Yeah.
Because if it was that serious, a lot of people would be in prison right now.
Talk about it.
That's what I'm saying.
I think with Rodgers, because he's coming back on Wednesday, because that's after the 10 days. He has to watch where he goes. Because watching that game right there, if he was in that game, the Packers would have won at least by 20 points or more. That's how, the defense came to play.
Gotcha.
And obviously, this kid's not ready yet because he got drafted last year. So it just goes to show you how important this guy is to Packers.
He's very important.
And Green Bay, I'm sad to say, he has you guys by the balls.
Absolutely, he does. Listen, man.
Usually players don't have that much kind of upper hand, but he has them.
Listen.
Just based on that game alone, because the Chiefs didn't really play well.
Bro, what Rodgers is going through right now is exactly what I saw Lionel Messi go through the last few years at Barcelona, where his exceptional level of play covered a lot of deficiencies.
It was the ultimate deodorant.
A lot of efficiencies. It's just
right or wrong.
Huh?
They were the ultimate deodorant.
Absolutely, bro. Listen, listen, man.
He's like,
bro, listen,
man. Just
like,
man, my third string receiver is terrible.
Yeah.
Woo, we can make it work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely, bro. Listen. It comes down to this, There is a point, right? Like I said, personnel is everything, and there are players, that can operate within a system, but also the other things that don't come with the system determine what they could offset when that system can't exist in whatever particular game, in whatever particular season. Aaron Rodgers and Lionel Messi are those type of geniuses that occupy to that degree. Just on a completely different frequency. But at the same time, you as an organization and front office, the fact that you could take these players for granted because they could highlight a lot of deficiencies and put together
for granted. Time out.
Yes.
The Green Bay Packers was on something like they're gonna let him walk.
No. My thing is like,
and then he won the MVP. Like, oh well, come on back. That's why he had that problem with them last during the offseason.
I mean, where are they going to let him walk? To New England?
They want to let him walk last year.
I'll tell you what would happen if they let him walk all the way up there.
They drafted Jordan Love in the first round. When you draft a quarterback that high,
yeah,
what's the expectation for that quarterback? He's going to take your job.
All right.
So he was on some stuff. All right, well, you drafted him. And then before he knew it, last year when the MVP, they're like, oh my God, he really is still good. Let's talk about Aaron. And Aaron's like, F you. That was a whole big, I'm pointing to my head, y'all. I might be, this is the view of DJ Intense and DJ Intense only, nobody else around. I think he purposely did not get the vaccine just to say F you to the Packers.
You know what? To be honest with you,
I think Aaron Rodgers really said, I don't want the vaccine because of my personal beliefs, A, and B, and I know I should take it just to be a team leader, but just to screw him over.
Don't play with me, let me play with y'all.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't surprise me.
You know what? That's a very plausible thing.
I don't know. Like,
that makes sense to me.
I may be talking out my neck, y'all. Like I said,
I don't think you are, bro.
This is just me.
I don't think you are.
I'm not putting it out there. I don't know. I'm not an NFL executive.
No, we don't know. This is speculation.
I'm not an analyst. I'm a speculation.
This is speculation.
Because he was on something. He didn't want to talk to the Green Bay Packers at all.
Bro, honestly speaking, based on the way they treated this man, based on some things you said, drafting a quarterback this high.
Well, you could have got a receiver or a left tackle or somebody to help him out.
Pretty much, they've been just telling him to shut up and play football. That's what they've been saying.
Bro, he went up there and asked the GMs.
Yeah.
Can we make some offseason moves? Can we get this play? Can we get that guy? They told him, no, it's okay. Just go out and you play football. That's why he wanted the GM and them going. He's like, you gotta understand, after this year, it's over. It is over for him in Green Bay. He's not coming back.
After this season.
It's done.
All right, so.
Done.
So, Jordan Love, the team is yours next season.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
The team is yours next season.
You better make it happen.
Sure.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to get into the wise guy.
For sure.
Coming live and direct from the break.
From the break, we live, we direct, we at it again.
Said he said to step out, I gotta go ahead and do something.
For sure.
So you know how we are. We're here.
Hold on the fort.
Hold on the fort. You know what time it is? Let me cue the music.
Get this through your head, wise guy. You only exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you personally, every wise guy still around, I'll take a piece of your wise guy. You're blind. Don't ever go over my head again.
Yes. It is once again the wise guy segment. So today's question is, what did you learn recently that changed the way you live?
So, after really thinking about this question, and the thing is, like, it's been recent, but then also not really recent. Like, my thing is, like, I really appreciate, my own space, to be honest with you. I wouldn't say like I'm I wouldn't say like I'm like against like, being social and enjoying outings and stuff like that. I'm not against that, For the most part, I occupy a small circle of people that I'm with, But like, I enjoy, being by myself at times and reflecting on my next moves, or even if I'm just, by myself watching some Netflix or whatever I may be doing. Bless you, my guy.
Thank you.
I'm just not pressed to always, be around people all the time and this and that and stuff like that. It might have been the case, maybe, sometimes, maybe at some point in my early 20s or mid 20s, but as I've gotten older, just the appreciation of silence, being more in tune with things that I need to like sort of like fall back from, and it just allows me to hit the reset button when I'm by myself and stuff like that. You know, start anew, think better, improve in certain areas, but it doesn't necessarily mean I have to engage and be social or be pressed to go out and do all these other things. I think, you know, less is more, and you just gotta sometimes be understand that you can live with very little.
Okay. So
As such.
basically, you're just enjoying your time to yourself.
Yes, and
Okay.
I could see, and I definitely believe that it'll increase as, you know, as I gain more, you know, more traction and things I want to do. Whether I'm better financially off, or whether I'm like even when I start traveling more and stuff like that. I think there'll be a point where like I enjoy just traveling by myself.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Okay. So it's pretty good things that you learned for yourself. Did you learn anything during that time, or you just learning to fine tune yourself?
I also learned that, you know, that I enjoy, like, you know, I guess learning little new things and stuff like that.
So exercising the mind.
Exercising the mind. I definitely want to try to like read more like visually. It's one thing when you're just reading stuff or watching things on the computer or reading something through your phone as you're scrolling up and down or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to just pick up little things like, you know, little survival tips or little like life hacks or sometimes trivia, like and things like that. I like that kind of stuff, or like things that involve history, dates, names, and things like that. So, you know, I like placing those kind of things, even if it's just me, or even things like word searching and stuff like that. You know, little word search puzzles. It's been a while since I've done those, but I like those kind of things and stuff like that. You may call it
mental stimulation.
Yes, mental stimulation. You know, some people probably comes across as tedious or boring and stuff like that. Maybe it's not enough adrenaline rush for them. But my thing is like I have modes for different things. I just know when I'm like, you know, at home and I get to be still for a little bit, I'm not so pressed to like, you know, be off the wall and stuff like that.
Okay. For me, it's two things. One is financially. I learned more of the stocks and the crypto game more. And, you know, learning how using those to make assets for myself.
Gotcha.
So basically, I kind of essentially learned to save money. And I was shocked that I learned that just by me sitting down. I think COVID for me was a big blessing. Really huge blessing. And I wish I had this mindset I have now 10 years ago.
That's what you're saying.
But maybe it wasn't supposed to happen 10 years ago. It was supposed to happen now like it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I learned. And the second thing I learned, and it sounds crazy, I feel what you're saying as far as in your own space.
Mm-hmm.
And having a small circle.
Yeah.
I look at myself, there's an analogy to talk about looking at yourself as a tree.
Yep.
The leaves, they come and go.
They do.
Those are maybe you call acquaintances.
Yeah. Associates.
We'll say associates, right?
Yeah.
And then they fall, whether it's hard winds or it may be change of season.
Yeah.
Or rain, but the leaves will fall.
Of course.
Okay. And then you have your friends. No, we'll say associates, which are the tiny branches that hold the leaves up.
Yeah.
Right? They sometimes become sturdy, but they too can also fall as well.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then you have friends. And some of your friends are like friends and family can fall in this category too.
Yeah.
So they're the thick branches.
extensions of who you are.
Yeah.
Like those like embedded roots.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to that part yet.
Yeah.
But those are like, those are people. Yeah, the seasons have changed, but they're always around you.
No matter what.
No matter what. You know what I'm saying? And then they describe the tree trunk as you yourself.
Of course.
All right? And then the roots are those close friends, close family. I call them family because they're your friends who are your family or your family who are your friends. Regardless, those are the ones that really uplift you and hold you up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
hold
for
you in
sure.
high regard.
For sure.
And just me having to sit back and really analyze people.
Yeah.
And see who do I want around me often? Who do I not want around me often? Who do I don't mind seeing around me? Or who, whenever I'm in a place, that I don't mind being around them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very important.
Because, like, growing up for me, it was like, I have a lot of friends, or I had a lot of friends. I still have friends to this day, but it's like my close friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I really had a few of them, but I had my one friend. The rest of the soul, my brother Reggie, who passed away 3 years ago. That was it's now I'm finally getting over it. And I realize, it's almost that saying of Gary Vee, like, he always says, what do you wish for? He says youth. Because every day you're living, you're closer to the end, expiration date.
It's true.
And that fervor of youth to go out there and to do things, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I wish that my brother was around to see what I am doing right now. But unfortunately, he's not here anymore. And like, that's like one thing I'm learning. I learned to just, it's a part of life.
For sure. You know what it is? Because based on, I know exactly how you feel when it comes to, like, there's just certain people that, that matter way beyond what you could do for them or what they could do for you.
Yes.
To be honest with you. And as far as Gary Vee saying where, like, you wish that you could, for youth, or essentially go back in time and sort of like apply the things I know now through experiences, trials and tribulations, but with more time. You know what that means? Because also with the youth, because like you're younger and you're willing to, there's more trial and error that you're willing to experiment, but there's also a level of naivete where, like, you will take more risks.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
And that's one thing he speaks about is risk.
Yeah.
That when you're young, you can take more risk of certain things.
That's true.
But the older you get, the less risky plays you make on certain things.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you have a family.
Yes.
Family. There are things you're not going to play around with.
No. Because you all have responsibilities, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, those are the two things that I learned that I'm like, okay. Because it's shaping me.
Oh, no. All your experiences will shape you. There are things that you probably have thought about that happened 15 years ago, but it's as clear as day that come full circle to some of the things that you're doing right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's like that. And, even though, like, I'm 31 and stuff like that. So a lot of the people that I know or went to school with are either married or maybe 2, maybe 3 years in, married, and probably have their first or maybe second child and stuff like that. And I always told myself, like, there's a lot of things I got to get together as far as me being on my own and being there financially and stuff like that. Once that to me is intact and stuff like that, the next phase is like, hopefully, I cross paths with someone who's like-minded and wants a family and stuff like that. And regardless of what happens, I just know that, if I have, a child or children, that regardless what happens, they'll be fine.
It's funny that you talk about that, about those in order, things you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
I find it amusing that men get a pass on delaying those things, but women, like if you tell a female a certain, like you're like 30 something years old and you don't have any old kids, you're not married, it's like, Mom, you have to hurry up. And of course it's because they're not producing as many eggs.
Yeah.
So the timetable is shorter.
That's true.
But like for men, I feel like we can be like 50 something years old and be like, okay, I'm ready to settle down now.
No, it's
you know
real.
what I'm saying? Like
it's real.
It's really real. Like look at Derek Jeter. He was playing baseball all those years, retires, and then now he's like, okay, now's the time.
But in my opinion, in that situation, he did it the right way.
Oh yeah.
To be honest with you, because I always felt like if I'm an exceptional talent in any sport, whether it's individual or team sport, I'm in my prime, and I know I'm
anything,
and I know I'm moving around and stuff like that. I'm not at a point where I'm just trying to commit myself, like the core of who I am, to this just one person. I should be able to move how I choose, safely and intimately and personally, till it's time for me to do that. Because I'm not going to be at at my absolute apex, moving around, dealing with all these different type of temptations and me moving crazy and stuff like that. And I'm also have a significant other, and I'm like playing like two faces. I can't do that.
It's hard.
I can't do that.
It's really hard to try to do that. Especially nowadays.
Oh, absolutely.
When nowadays, like...
Also, women don't move with the same discretion either.
That true. But B is because there's so many ways to communicate with somebody.
Absolutely.
So it's like, there's no way someone can tell you that you didn't get the message.
No.
Unless you have a flip phone. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
Yeah, that's true.
But because of these smartphones, there's social media.
Yeah.
There's email. Like if you value communication levels, if somebody emails you that that's trying to get in contact with you, obviously it's something really, you really got to hit that person up.
Absolutely.
Because the email is like, you're still emailing, and it's shocking when you hear something like that, but still.
No, in the entertainment industry, that thing is like law, bro.
Yeah.
The email thing is like everything. Outside of, waking up to look at your text messages or voicemails or voice notes or whatever you check. The minute you're on that laptop or desktop or whatever it may be, emails are essential. Checking your emails, it's a regular thing. And it maybe seem dated to like people who are not in the industry.
Bro.
Industry people? Oh,
I can show you my emails of different things I get sent from labels. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, this is a new artist coming out. I might get sent from a promoter or from the manager person or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I get these things coming left and right. Mm-hmm. Like, I got a short story. Mm-hmm. Before he passed away, Pop Smoke.
Yep.
There was an email I got from his camp with "Welcome to the Party."
Oh, wow.
And links for like his manager, direct link to himself. If you want to get him to a podcast, interview, whatever. And I kicked myself because I'm like, wait, hold on. I got this song sent months ago, and I didn't even realize who was it from. And you fast forward like 3 months later, I was like, oh, I can have Pop Smoke.
Honestly, my
you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
wow.
When you say about emails.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. It's real.
It's real.
But at the same time, listen, it's hard to call. I mean, to a lesser degree, well, to a much, much lesser degree and stuff like that. I think I told you the story about this. But that, because I know you're the same way in terms of just like hearing artists or being at the head of the curve of music or just seeing something that's about to happen that's going to be inevitable sooner than later and stuff like that.
I.e. the weekend.
There you go. And stuff like that. So like, when Lord was first hitting the scene and I heard Royals.
Oh, yeah.
And, I thought I heard the song. And so I heard the song, but I wasn't really hearing the song, Uh-huh. What I mean by that is just like, I heard her voice. I heard the catchiness of it, but I wasn't hearing the audience that she was speaking to. Uh-huh. Stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is a really catchy song. I thought nothing of it. I didn't think this song would go on to do what it did. but it did.
And then you hear the remixes from Rick Ross,
yeah,
The Weeknd,
and stuff like that. But it was more than just that one song. You know, it was an artist to it.
Caesar Gooder did that Here song, right? No,
that's Alessia Cara.
Yeah, I need her to drop something else now.
Big fan of what she does and stuff like that. But again, that record compared to other stuff that she's done, I mean, for certain people they still love her. Other people, it's a little off. But like my whole thing is just like it's hard to call sometimes.
Well, pop music nowadays, pop music's to have a longevity standpoint. Because of where hip hop is at right now, those pop artists are like meat to the slaughterhouse meat.
No, there are certain, I guess, elements of the music that you need for that'll help you reach a huge
to cross
audience.
platform. Yeah, but now it's I feel like it's like who was the girl? I can't. Only good to me that stays relevant is Billie Eilish.
But you mean Billie Eilish?
Billie. I'm sorry, I call it English. Billie Eilish.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's cool. But like the thing about her is like, you know, because of how good she is and stuff like that.
She go anywhere.
She can go anywhere, and the thing is, what artists like her is like. Yeah, we know she has the capability. She has a chance to make, you know, standard, you know, pop songs that with like elements you've heard already. But she's the type of artist that could just break all the rules and she'll still hit a home run.
Yeah.
It's just one of those type of things.
But you know, back to the original at hand, just learning those things about me, it's really come a long way.
For sure.
And I'm really excited what the next 4 to 5 years may look like for us. So I really believe I sneeze. It's gone. I really believe.
Nah, I know what you mean with that.
Like right here, stuck like right up here.
Oh my God.
I really believe if we all, you know, I think it's each one teach one.
Each one teach one.
How Bama does it in college football.
Yes.
With their receivers and like they'll have their former players come back from the pros and teach. So these kids that are there, they're ready to make it to the next level. And I believe in that philosophy even here. That we all reaching one, we teaching one. There should be no reason like the next 5 years or so, like everything we talk about now occurs.
Absolutely. Like with the Coinbase stuff, I really
I'm not even talking about Coinbase. I'm just saying just the things we've learned overall.
Oh no, absolutely.
That we all have, that we all transitioned to like the next level for us. So like, if we were to revisit some of these past episode stuff that we talked about, it'd be one of those things like, wow, like we came a long way.
Come a long way.
You know what I mean?
No, I definitely believe that's gonna happen with the next 4 or 5 years with the way we're heading. That's how consistent we've been with the pod. Other things that we've discussed off the pod that we plan on, you know, plan on building upon and stuff like that. And like, you know, just holding each other accountable in multiple ways and stuff like that. Like even as small as like, I really wanted that cinnamon roll because I'm addicted to cinnamon, especially cinnamon rolls. But it's like, nah, you good. I was like, you know what? You're right. I didn't take it. I didn't buy
today,
it.
Though. Today was different. Today was like milk or water. What'd you say?
I said milk. I said milk. You're right. But the thing is, like in hindsight, I really don't drink whole milk. At best, you probably catch 2% milk at the house, if not like almond or oat milk.
I'll up the almonds and oats, you know, plant-based stuff because of my milk desires.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess, you know, we're not cows.
Gotcha. No, you're right. No, that's fair enough.
But the flip side is that realistically, all those plant-based stuff is not milk because there's no almond. So really, you're drinking almond juice, oat juice. But hey, when you say almond milk, it sounds better.
Yeah, it's more. It's like it's more. I guess acceptable to the ear.
Yeah. So like if I was to tell you like you're about to drink almond juice.
What are you talking about?
What the hell? Get that down.
No, word choice is everything. No, you're definitely right with that. No, it's definitely more socially acceptable.
Yeah, so
You know,
and I have jokes like, how's the oatmeal food that you use oat milk in itself?
That's wild. That is absolutely wild. Man.
Oh man. Whew, that was good. This was a quick one today, and we had a little more topics, but one of the members just gonna hold out a little longer. It happens.
No, it definitely happens.
To all of us.
Things happen, life happens, and stuff like that. Also, sometimes you just need to shut it down.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. So, the next episode I'll be doing will be remotely. It's gonna be just a special one. I can't wait to tell you where I'll be doing it at and whom I will be doing it with. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some good times. So the next one will be a really quickie one compared to all the others. So stay tuned. Because it'll be 2 special episodes. It'll be one that got lost, was recovered, and a new one. Just keep you guys up to date. All right. So I'm Walt, giving you a handle, man.
All right, my handle is IM_WAL 4 T's at the end. I'm on IG, and I just keep it how I see it. And any food for thought I have to offer will be there as well.
And Seti Rooney, POV, is his personal. Seti55 is the page that he wants to what's the one I want to call be dangerous.
Yep.
And cause fires and chaos.
Verbal expression.
Yes. Think of Kyrie Irving just on the tangent.
Not a sheep.
Nope. He just does what he wants to do.
Just a wolf doing as he pleases.
Exactly. Follow the podcast page at On The Record. You can just see with a K. This is your boy DJ Intense. DJINTENCE. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit us up in the DMs, and we'll take anything you gotta say currently. And also, I want to give a special shout out to my pops, DJ Dre. We're coming back pretty soon. Man. And
awesome.
Shout out to the good people in New Jersey, man, and New York, but mostly New Jersey because I'm always out there, man.
Yep. Shout out to New Jersey and shout
out to my brother Keanu too, man.
Yeah.
Because
very big talent.
There'll be some things coming down the way.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. Can't give all the secrets out, but when it happens, hey, oh wow,
You'll know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So see you guys later, man.
Peace.